Hi everyone. It's time for a new tool to show you guys. I've been looking around for something to help me with aerosols, things like these guys. Use these all the time. I'm sure you do. I particularly use these primer cans. Do a job, go on really well. Fantastic finish, etc. What I've been finding with these though is they aren't ideal. Obviously, use a glove with these, but what I've been finding is when I'm trying to press the trigger on the aerosol itself, and then obviously move the can, I get a lot of sort of leakage, a lot of material over the gloves as well. Get a right mess with these things. I think simply because you are maybe not having control over the pressure that you're putting onto onto the actual aerosol itself. So obviously you're pressing this down, and what I'm finding is you get lots of material leaking all over the place, and that's not ideal. I'm always looking for something that gives you more precision, particularly when you're putting primer down. I've often found that because I can't control this very well, or at least not with the accuracy I would like, that the actual finish is not ideal. And a couple of times I've had to strip the paint off and start again, or strip the primer off and start again, because either pooled or you think you're okay, and of course then you see that it starts to move around the surface because you put too much on. So I thought, well, there must be a solution to that. There must be a way of pressing this, literally pressing the button with more accuracy. You'll hear that word a lot across these videos. I'm always looking for precision and accuracy, because that's what we want for our model making. The more accurate you can be, the more precise you can be, I think the better your models will be, particularly the paint finishes. So I had a look around as I do, and I've been testing a couple of very simple solutions. I mean, I'm sure you guys have already seen these when I show it on camera in a second. But I was looking around for something that was universal, so I can use it across different kinds of aerosols, and something that was really fit for purpose, because I tried a few and they kind of weren't. So what am I talking about? What I'm talking about is one of these guys. Let me just get it out of the bag. Very, very simple idea. In fact, I can get out of the bag. There we go. So it's this guy. It's one of these gun attachments, I suppose you'd call them. I've tested a couple of these, and the other two I didn't feel were very, very secure. They didn't really give me didn't feel like they were accurate or in my hand. And that's really what I was looking for. I say it's a very simple idea. It's literally a gun mechanism. In fact, if I can bring this close to the camera, there, and if I move the handle, there you go. You can see the actual mechanism goes up and down, and that's what presses the aerosol button itself instead of your finger. So ultimately, it's just that. It's literally about the accuracy you get. And for instance, if I snap this onto the top of this guy, and that's a nice solid attachment. In fact, I need to move that there. See, so that's in the middle there, and then you press the trigger. It depresses the aerosol button, and off you go. But you don't have the issue with paint all over your fingers. You don't have that at all, because you're literally not touching it. The control is through the trigger, and of course you can press this with more accuracy. That movement is certainly better than pressing it that way, I feel, because I think we're used to pressing a trigger on a lot of things. I suppose I'm talking to you airbrush guys. If you do a lot of airbrushing, then you've got the control I'm talking about, and that's literally what you do. In fact, let me get a bit of kitchen towel. I'll just show you a quick blast of how this actually works in practice. So obviously you load this thing up, snap it on, make sure it's aligned correctly, and then literally just give it a spray. That's all there is to it. I say very, very simple solution. This thing fits all the Tamiyas. So that's the primers. These are all the standard colour range. Let me just snap that on. So that snaps on without any problems at all. What else have I got? I've got some Revel spray colour. They all should fit because they're all using standard necks. You heard they just snap on, so that snaps onto that guy very easily. And also, if you use any Mr. Hobby, I use this super clearer a great deal. And again, because it's a standard collar on the can, this snaps in without any problems at all, and then you can go at your model without any problems at all. I guess for smaller scales, you maybe not for you guys. It may be just airbrush, but I think for you guys that do larger scale models, I use this, I said, particularly for putting primer down, and also for car finishes. I'll be doing a couple of cars soon, and I want to put some Tamiya colour down. And the finish I'm getting is infinitely better than trying to just press the trigger on my finger. And of course, I don't get the mess either. Because when that snaps off, of course, there's nothing to touch it. You're actually not touching the actual can itself, which I really like. But once it's actually on in situ, then you kind of feel confident that you can then move the can quite easily to get the finish you want. I just didn't feel confident really holding the can itself, so I wondered, was there a solution? And this bit of plastic absolutely does the trick. So that's the sort of aerosol attachment. I've been finding it very useful, a very simple solution. So I've tested a couple of 3 which are out there, and this is the guy I've decided I want to bring to you guys, because I feel this is the one that's got I think the best build quality, even though it's just a couple of pieces of plastic glued together. You know, it's not perfect, but it absolutely does a job. But I felt this one at least had a better build quality than some of the others, and also this guy's a bit cheaper as well. So that's the aerosol attachment for you guys to have a look at. Might be something that could really maybe revolutionise how you put paint down, particularly primers. So that's on the store right now. As usual, if you've got any questions, any queries for me, do come back to me.